Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the Boom Bar right here on your Boom Radio NG. And I bid you a warm welcome to the bar today. Today promises to be a very, very interesting one as we're going to be talking about quite a number of things at the bar today. There are a lot of updates. Apparently, sorry, devil is a liar. This cold, you will find your way out of my system sooner than later. Anyway, okay. There's quite a number of gist that happened. Mr. Dangote is predicting that Naira will be as low as 1,000 in a couple of months to go. It's actually looking like it. Let's not even lie at the moment. For people that have been holding on to their dollar, maybe it's not a good time to do that right now if you don't want to use it. But we'll be talking about that a lot. The Electoral Act, basically, as there's now an official passed one from the Senate. We're going to be looking at a few other things that they passed at the law, that they passed yesterday at the Senate. Also, Malam Nasir El-Rufai is still at the EFCC HQ. That's like day 2. I'm not sure a lot of people saw that coming. I'm not even sure he saw that coming. And a lot of people have had quite a number of things to say about things that has been happening to him. So we're going to be talking about quite a number of things like that today. Also, there was a bit of gbasgbos. The president had a meeting with traditional rulers. There's a bit of gbasgbos there. We're going to talk about it. Talking about gbasgbos, Champions League yesterday did not end without a bit of gbasgbos. So people chopped serious beating. It's flogging. Well, no one would not have thought that flogging would be that much, but well, and we probably will be thinking of trying to do a remontada. It might not happen, but anyway, that and a whole lot of other things that we're going to be talking about today at the bar. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show with us. My name is Dolupo, and with me in the studio is Sola and Fola.
Hello, everyone. Another wonderful Wednesday. Happy to be here with you guys again. After what a series of matches we watched yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was
quite interesting.
The matches happened on a terrific Tuesday.
Oh god.
But it made it sound like it's a wild Wednesday for me.
Ooh,
Clock it.
that was a good one. That was a really good one. Yeah, stealing my steez.
Yes, now. Yes, now. What do you expect? What do you expect? You think I'm going to deny it? I learned from the best. What am I doing? You must be able to transcend. That's what makes you great. You can't just stay on your high horse and say, I'm all that and a bag of chips. Yeah. You can be all that, a bag of chips, and even a trailer of coconuts.
You still have to evolve.
That's what we're saying.
Exactly.
So clock it, man.
Are you done?
Clocked.
Are you all done?
We will never be
We'll
done.
never be done.
Yeah, sure.
You know that for real.
Anyway, like I said, we're going to be talking about quite a number of things. But since you started with sports, maybe we should actually start with sports. The Champions League playoffs kicked off yesterday. It's supposed to be yesterday and today. We definitely saw quite a number of interesting games. Yesterday it was how do we say it? It was quite
eventful.
The game started with Juventus and Galatasaray, and first half ended 2-1. Funny enough, the thing is that I actually saw a bit of that game, so the first half, and then the first half ended 2-1. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
looks like Gala was not going to pull it through and all that, and I moved on. Honestly, moved on. I actually just checked my phone, and I wanted to check if the other games at 9 p.m. had started. Only for me to open my phone, and I saw 5-2. I say, "Hold up! What are we doing here? How did we get to this point?"
I think I watched the first half and a bit of the second half. What was quite interesting about that match is the red card for me was very, very interesting, because in the first half, in the first half, I think their left back Cambiaso, he got an early yellow card and he was on edge. So they took him off at halftime because they wanted to prevent a red card.
Yeah.
The guy they brought on,
just decided to,
that, okay, whatever
this red
it
card,
we
will
must
collect
get
it today.
I also, but yeah, Galatasaray also did play well. The first half was a bit of. It was
maybe they were
pretty
trying to
even.
figure out
Yeah, it was pretty even.
what was happening.
Once that red card happened,
They took the opportunity and they went off.
Yeah.
Can we talk about having a Victor Osimhen in your team?
That guy. I want to talk about that goal. I think it was the third or fourth goal where this guy, I can't remember his name, he was trying to play his way out of danger when Osimhen was the person that was marking him, and I was like, don't try that when Osimhen is in the vicinity.
Yeah, you would be.
Don't try it.
And it's so beautiful. Like, as much as this is his second game in a row, he's not scored, but he's been really instrumental to a lot of goals, and that's like he's your striker. Like, you need him to score, he will score. You need him to be your playmaker, is your playmaker. You need him to defend, is you need him to occupy defenders, is there, and is still reading out assists and all that. I think that, again, I'm sorry, shout out to Turkey, but I think that Osimhen's ability
is beyond that.
Is beyond Turkey.
Yeah.
I know that there's now been talks of Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. Looks like La Liga are trying to step up, and maybe the conversation of La Liga's quality dropping is maybe one of what has caused some of they really do need to step up a lot of their things. But honestly, Premier League needs Osimhen.
See, I was about to say that. I don't want to see him in La Liga personally.
Premier League needs Osimhen. And I'm not talking of, shout out to the likes of Fulham, to Crystal Palace.
Great. I'm talking about the big leagues.
The top dogs. That's the kind of thing that.
But now the problem is Arsenal have gotten a star striker in Gyökeres. Liverpool have signed 2 star strikers.
Actually, Liverpool does not need him. Man City maybe doesn't need him.
Even United, we have but I think we could still do with. I mean, if you have an Osimhen,
can I say that?
It's not a bad
you said
thing.
something at first.
Well,
Arsenal needs Osimhen.
Why?
Because they just need him.
See, let me say
That's
something.
it.
Havertz, Jesus, Gyökeres. How many
I
is
will
that?
pick Osimhen over everyone.
How many is that?
I will pick Osimhen over everybody
first
else.
sell at least 2 of them. I don't think Havertz is leaving your club anytime soon.
I will pick
Gyökeres
Osimhen
just
over
came
everybody.
in.
Everybody
Jesus is
else.
the only player that I think that
at the moment
can be let go.
Do you actually know that in the Premier League right now, what Haaland was doing last season, 2 seasons ago, there is not one Premier League striker that is banging in goals. Not one, not in any. The only person that I say that maybe is looking like it is maybe Ekitike. That might. But it's not even consistent. Not right now. Nobody, even Haaland himself, nobody right now. There is no standout striker in the Premier League. And you're not telling me the Premier League does not need Osimhen. Everybody needs Osimhen. Thank you very much. Everybody needs him. Thank you and God bless. Do you want to say anything about it? And maybe we should move on.
Oh well, a lot of times it's always nice to listen, observe and learn. And I just want to say that Victor is on a different P now. What he's trying to do, only he understands. I've seen him in 2 games not trying to score. Not like if he gets a chance, he won't score. But I see him deliberately putting people on. Like, Victor is trying to show a next level.
He's becoming more complete.
In his G&As, like, look, I'm an all-rounder. I can do every and anything. And I also saw quotes that were ascribed to him according to Gazzetta dello Sport, that actually in Italy, a lot of the stories that were told were not true. Especially that he only got angry when that TikTok, I had to go and watch that thing again, where your club posts a video
your club is mocking you, literally.
And you expect him to be happy. You understand? Said he didn't have a problem with the coach in any way, and that he still stands on that, but that what the club did was wrong with that. After all said and done, those things painted him in bad light. And I'm just hoping that your prayers come through and come true. you know, that Victor makes it to the biggest stage. Doesn't have to be the Premiership. It could be La Liga. It could be Bundesliga.
You know, fair shout.
I don't want him to go back to Italy. He's already done Italy and France.
See, in Bundesliga, if you are not in Bayern,
and it could be no, wherever it is. I'm just saying that it could be La Liga, it could be Bundesliga, and it could be the Premiership. He's already played in France, and he has already played in Italy. So I don't want him to go back to any of those countries. But if he goes back to France now, it could be PSG.
Yeah, exactly. The same way with Bayern. If you are not in PSG,
those are one team leagues.
Those
are one team.
Let's be honest. But anyway, talking about the red cards, looks like a red card really just affected another set of games. The other game that also affected was AS Monaco and PSG. That game, probably AS Monaco would probably have won that game if there wasn't a red card. Everybody made it seem like, they were just going to finish. PSG was just going to come and,
dismantle them.
If not for that red card, the game will probably have moved on to. And the interesting part is, in the case of Galatasaray, that is 5-2. Even when they go to Juventus now Juventus has to score 4 goals without Galatasaray returning 1. And let's be honest, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's a very high, it's a very tall ask. Right now, PSG only beat Monaco 3-2. It's easier for Monaco to come back from that.
Yeah, but it's also at PSG's home, so we have to factor that into the case too. But that game was, my prediction was almost out the window there. And
because everybody thought that game was going to be easy, and then they're both French teams. And let's be honest, PSG is not doing as great.
Yeah, that's very true.
This season, they're not. The PSG that we know, even if it's French clubs, they just knock everybody out. Yeah. But it doesn't look like that's happening right now. But anything is possible. Moving on from that, the other 2 games that were played yesterday, very interesting. Benfica, Real Madrid, Dortmund, Atalanta. First, Dortmund had defeated Atalanta 2-0. I called it. I like, after that guy left, there's nothing that is happening in Atalanta. I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Benfica, Real Madrid. I think this was the game that everybody was looking forward to. It was, especially when it was Benfica that literally made Real Madrid drop to the playoffs. That's why they are where they are now. The game ended 1-0. Again, it doesn't look like it was a Benfica. It wasn't like they were railroaded.
No,
they definitely were not railroaded. It's a 1-0. Anything can happen. Other one that say they are the ones that are the kings of remontada. Where we closed that thing done. That doesn't work anymore. We know that they are way past that nonsense. However, this whole conversation and this whole fixtures were marred by what happened yesterday. Yeah. And maybe I need a bit more clarity. Please, can somebody explain to me exactly what really happened?
So basically, Vinicius scored a stunner, an amazing goal, fantastic goal. And it goes to the corner flag. I think it was of Benfica's end. Yeah. He goes there to celebrate. He does a little dance. And he comes back. The referee gives him a yellow card. That is one I'd like to talk about first. Because
go ahead.
It doesn't make any sense to me. You celebrate a goal. You dance. It's something that has been done basically in every level of football, every stage of football.
Can we say that
I don't think is
the referee might have thought that what he did was offensive?
To who?
Benfica fans.
How is that
I get your
offensive?
point. Like, everything that everybody does is offensive.
How is that offensive? He celebrated a goal and he danced. I don't think he was trying to offend anybody. I don't think they should even take offense.
He probably was trying to offend anybody. Let's be honest. Players, no, you don't get my point. Players do some of these things. This thing comes to mind. I can't remember. I think it was Declan Rice came from West Ham, yeah?
Yeah.
So I remember there was a particular, I can't remember what, I think it was last season. There was a particular game, Arsenal West Ham, that he was trying to take a corner kick, and it was at the side where you could hear the fans, the West Ham fans were literally like mocking him and all that. He took that corner kick. That corner kick ended into a goal. He came back and then literally was making faces and all that. Of course, he was trying to offend them. There's no lie. I'm just saying that it's something we see a lot.
Okay.
Why is it an issue? Is what I'm asking. Like,
yeah, I think this will also be used in what I'm about to say now.
Yeah.
After those things, was Declan Rice booked?
No, he wasn't. That's what I'm saying. Do you understand?
So it's like
let's not remove the fact that these players try to offend. They do.
And
but
also,
what are you clocking?
Also, I've watched matches. I remember this United Arsenal game. I think it was an FA Cup game where we still had Pogba, Lingard, and Martial and the likes.
Yeah.
And we scored a goal and went to celebrate. Lingard danced on the pitch. No card, no booking. So
that's what I'm saying. Like, do players try to rile up fans? Yes, but is it in the law? Is it wrong? Because we've seen it happen and players don't get booked.
Yeah. So it doesn't. I feel like it's because it's Vinicius personally, because he has always been in the spotlight for things,
those kind of things,
similar things like that. But I don't think he should be booked for celebrating a goal and dancing. Also, he's South American. He's a Brazilian. It's what they are known for.
Okay, so
that
please
aside,
go ahead.
That aside, after he celebrates the goal, he goes back, and in the middle of the commotion of the referee booking him, another player on Benfica's team, I think it was I can't pronounce his name, something. Pastriani. He now covers his mouth with a shirt and he says something to Vinicius. Then Vinicius runs over to the ref and tells him this guy said something. Then the ref now does this, indicating that there was a racial slur or a racial offense going on to stop the game. And Vinicius goes to the sideline and lets the referee take control to see what happens next. But people say, or there's an insinuation that he didn't say anything. My own argument is, if he didn't say anything offensive or racially offensive to Vinicius, he wouldn't have covered his mouth.
I agree with you. The thing is, if you really didn't, if there wasn't an issue of an offense, then you should be proud of what you said. According to that, UEFA has now said that they're going to be investigating that happened. But I'm also going to say, whether it's fans, whether it's other footballers, can we talk about the fact that it's really getting, what's the word now? It's getting stale. This so-called racial slurs and all that, it's actually getting stale. When is this nonsense going to stop?
I think Fola has covered it majorly. I just want to chip in 2 or 3 things. One, in one of the videos, the Benfica fans were actually making those monkey gestures.
Yeah.
There's a frozen frame of that.
Yeah.
2, Jose Mourinho parad for Vini. He said you shouldn't have celebrated your goal like that. That Eusebio, the greatest Benfica player of all time, was a black man and all of that. I don't know what that has got to do with anything. Then they didn't stop there. They took the fight off the pitch. There are stories of how Benfica officials were trying to enter the Real Madrid dressing room. The Benfica president was also involved physically and all of that. And at some point, before all of this, even the Madrid players were thinking of walking off in support of Vini. Yeah. And if you take a look at all of these things, it points to one thing that we always sugarcoat. Racism is still real, still lives with us, and people are quick to say, I'm not racist because I have this, I'm not racist because of that. But off air, or right now, if you have access to the internet, Google the player that Vini alleges abused him, and Google the country that he's from, and make your conclusions.
That was empty.
I also say I was really, really, really disappointed with Mourinho's comments, especially with the fact that Mourinho has coached a ton
of
black players. Yeah.
So you'd expect that he'll
be more sympathetic.
More sympathetic towards Vinicius.
Some of them call him father.
Michael
Essien, Didier Drogba.
So I think that with Mourinho, I think that what I see oftentimes is that he's so involved and is so emotional about the game at the moment that a lot of things just
escape his mind.
I think what you are trying to say is that Mourinho just likes winning.
Oh, and you think that? Oh, I understand that.
He's more concerned about winning than
anything else. Yes, yeah. I agree.
But another thing is that Mourinho's there's a clip of a game, I think back when he was coaching Chelsea, the first stint, where I can't remember the match exactly, but it was a winning goal and Mourinho literally ran half the pitch.
Yeah.
So if you are saying
to stick it to
the other fans, so if you are saying Vinicius,
have you forgotten
what you?
I'm sure that it's probably one of the most.
The same Mourinho, when he was getting stick from opposing fans while he was coaching United, had made a gesture to show. I think it was Liverpool or something. Look, I've won this X number of times.
Oh yes, he does. He does that.
So a player celebrates similar to what you have done and which you feel is okay, but it's wrong because it's Vinny Jr.
Yeah. Really, if we actually check it, I'm not sure, but he's probably one of the most booked coaches.
Probably is that not why he left Turkey?
Yeah, probably him and Conte.
Yeah, they're really emotional with those kind of things.
Me, I'm sure disappointed.
It's very disappointing.
You can just say who appointed me, but I'm disappointed.
Anyway, talking about being disappointed, the EU Sports Commissioner is disappointed and is boycotting Paralympics opening ceremony. Why? The Paralympics committee is now inviting Russia and Belarusian athletes back. We know that this conversation has been going on. Even the Olympics have been saying how the ban on these athletes have not done anything really. So I think that they may be starting with the Paralympics, and EU is saying that they're disappointed in it and they're not going to come for the opening ceremony. Okay. Oh, you have the same reaction that I have. All right, moving on from that. The Athletics Integrity Unit has banned Nigeria's long-distance runner, Blessing Solomon, saying that it's been found that the athlete has some banned substance, were found with some banned substances in their blood.
Yeah, there's always the testing that is done. She had done well at the Abuja Marathon, amongst other things. And now they say they want those records expunged. I think she was second or so in that marathon. I know. The thing there is that I don't know if they're still going to do the B sample, which is usually the system. But no matter what happens, we want a clean sport. Yeah. So if she's actually culpable, she should pay.
Yeah. Also, just wanted to put it out there, Super Falcons are set to face Cameroon in the pre-WAFCON friendlies. We know that WAFCON is happening later this year. I think it's about June. So in about 4 months. So there's a lot of friendlies for warm-up. Just wanted to put that out there. Now, let's go on to a lot of gist of the day. First things first. For people that do not know, I'm sure a lot of people know by now, Ramadan and Lent is happening at the same time. Basically started. I think I've witnessed it once or twice.
At least 2 of us are not fasting, based on some of the bad things that have come out of Dolupo's mouth and the nice things that are going into my mouth.
Excuse you, what did
Zobo, cold Zobo.
I'm lost.
No comments. No.
What did I say?
What you said about fasting off air.
Okay, no comments. I'm going to keep quiet here.
Anyway, Ramadan Lent is happening starting today for most people across the world. For Christians, it's officially Lent. For Muslims, most Muslims, some people are starting tomorrow. I think it was talked about Thailand, Oman. I even saw a video where Oman is saying, that it is scientifically impossible to see the moon today, that the moon would have been seen tomorrow. So they're starting. Japan, they're quite Turkey. I think they're starting their own fasting tomorrow. And it's interesting because now that a lot of people are talking about it, I grew up with the concept of, even in Nigeria, the South starting fasting a day before the North. Can you remember? That used to happen.
Yeah, because of information and everything.
That used to happen.
Technology has made things easier now.
In the North and the South, they used to start fasting the same day.
Yeah,
but
they
usually use the moon as more than we do here. Even my dad usually tells me that same thing. That sometimes it's not, you don't go by the time. You go by when the moon rises and when it goes down.
Yeah, that's what it should be, and that's what we were talking about the other day here. Was it Monday or so here about how it's the elements that are
so if it's really about the elements, when you think about it, everybody will not see the crescent at the same time, so it kind of makes sense.
So one of the things that we also know is that the way Islam is structured in Nigeria, the leaders of the religion are actually even based up north. And that's the structure. It's worked for decades. And speaking of that, one of the most intriguing things for me is that this year's Ramadan was announced by the Sheikh of Borno
and not the Sultan of Sokoto.
Yeah, for the past 20 years or so, it's been the Sultan of Sokoto. But this particular one, so maybe it's an understanding that they have, and all of, I don't know. I also saw images of the moon sighting committee. They're actually people who go out and they have binoculars and all of that. So it's a thing. It's actually a system that works.
Yeah, interesting. So we're hoping that
the funny part, they're Muslims, is that it's okay if there's dispute about when to start. Where there should be no dispute is about when to end.
But when you think about it, if it's supposed to be 29 days, your 29 days will not be when the person that started on Wednesday.
Exactly.
It's not the same thing.
No, now it is subject. It's not 29 days. It is subject to the moon actually coming out on the 29th or 30th day, and it could even be the 31st day. But if that is the case.
But I hope that because this is happening at the same time, that we are going to see a system in the next 28, 30, 40 days when it comes to Christians. We're going to hopefully see a very calm, peaceful 1 month, 1.5 months from everybody in general. I'm hoping. It's a hope.
Prayer.
It's a prayer.
Is everybody a Christian or a Muslim?
Most people, majority.
That's what you think.
Majority. No, in Nigeria, majority of people.
I beg to differ, honestly. You see, the stats. Not everybody is a Christian or a Muslim.
Oh yeah.
And not everybody is a traditionalist.
Yeah.
I want to believe that the passive atheist, and I use that phrase loosely, are more than Christians and Muslims.
I don't agree with the fact that they are more.
Okay.
But are there passive atheists? Oh yes.
Definitely yes.
Are there quite a number
I'm
of people?
Sure.
More?
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
Could we even say a lot more passive Christians and Muslims?
Definitely.
All those things fall under passive atheist.
But they still practice.
No. I don't think it's the same thing because you believe in atheists don't believe in God.
Yeah.
No,
but passive
Christian
they're just
will probably not go to church.
Exactly, but they still believe.
Or a passive Muslim probably doesn't.
So guess what? They don't count. Do you understand? That's why
I get you. That you're either this or that.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
It's not still black and white.
But it is black and white. Okay, like now in Christianity, even the Bible tells you that you have to be either hot or cold. You can't be lukewarm. It's literally there, like you can't be black. You can't be gray.
I put it to you that lukewarm is more than warm or hot. Or cold.
Oh wait, in Nigeria,
in the world.
Yes.
World.
Yeah, in the world. I think I agree.
In the world,
they're more lukewarm than cold or hot.
In the world, but in this Nigeria.
Yes.
See now.
Yes.
See.
More lukewarm than actual Christians.
Yes.
In this Nigeria.
Yes. Lukewarm as
personally,
again passive Christians and passive
Muslims.
See, people that I take for example, maybe Muslims. I know a few people, not all the Muslims I know, but there are a few Muslims that I've come across that they do nothing.
Yeah, man.
Then the only times but they will fast though.
Yeah.
In fact, there are ladies that I know that they're going to club today, they're doing this, they're doing that. Then when it's time for fasting, they're covering their head.
Yeah.
The minute that fasting ends, we
back
are
to that
back
lifestyle.
to our lifestyle. Do you understand?
I
So
mean, but like that's
That's what.
no,
That's
I
what-
don't agree. Why
That's
not
what-
that I agree?
that's
And
what-
maybe because
So
because
guess what?
I look for, I actually ask these things.
Mm-hmm.
I tell, so for people that know me, my best friend is actually Muslim. So I actually, there was a particular day that, because I know someone that does this thing a lot, and I actually went to ask her, like, is this how it works? And she's like, no, the whole point of it is that hopefully after you've been so diligent in 1 month,
Yeah, you continue to do
you
that.
at least it helps you grow
Yeah.
better. So how do you explain to me, how do you fast for 1 month, and then after doing all that, you just don't do that.
Guess
Who
what?
could be eating?
Guess what?
Don't do that.
2 days ago, I had stepped out of the studio to do something by the gen side, and one of our neighbors was talking to the Megad. It was trying to get his attention. I'm like, I'm not sure you get that guy's attention. I told him why, which I can't say on air. And
He's on another. He was on another.
he now
level.
said,
Don't worry about it.
he now said what he thinks is that with this guy not also start fasting
"Oh yeah, he
on
will."
Wednesday.
We'll start.
Oh yeah.
And I said, we both know now. So I asked him, and I was like, Akoye Azumi? He said, Azumi never start now. I said, Azumi now, tomorrow now. We both of them, I said, you go fasting. So he didn't know where we were going. I said, you will fast? He said, yes. So the guy now looks at me and said that, why do they forget that 41 days before Ramadan,
You're
supposed to have
yeah.
cleansed your system?
Yeah.
41 days.
that one is that was people's pocket too.
No. But so you understand where I'm going with? So
No, I get your point.
So the passive atheist, not the acting or active one, and the passive Christian, and the passive Muslim,
They're all in the
and
same
the
books in
same
your own.
WhatsApp.
I mean, but
the same.
but
You know
don't
why?
you think is
Do you know why? You
Why?
see that passive atheist guy? It will still go to church.
I don't think
will
atheists
go-
go to church.
You don't
No,
understand.
passive.
You don't understand.
Passive atheists. Okay.
Passive in the sense that listen, it
You
doesn't.
don't really care.
That's
I
it.
think I get your point.
Even though
It's
they
the
don't really
same.
care, they wouldn't go.
You don't understand. Okay, look at it this way. There are Muslims. There are Muslims that break their fast with beer.
Alhamdulillah.
I have seen it. I don't mean on the day, on the last day. The
Oh,
last,
okay, on the last.
Even that one
the
said.
last day.
Are you serious right
no,
now?
No, I didn't say anything.
there are people who start parties that day immediately.
See what you people see.
Now
Let's
wait.
be honest.
Now wait.
Are
now
you
wait.
people
Now
kidding?
wait. I always ask a question.
Yeah.
What?
And I know I tell people don't make sweeping statements. But there are certain professions that I'm going to ask them, do they fast? For instance, if you are in the military, if you are in the police, do you fast? Because if you fast at that period, there will be no checkpoints. And if there are checkpoints, there will be no funny action there. Now, it's not all of them, but we
Nah,
do know the
Muslims.
funny ones. And Christians.
Yeah. Now that everybody's even fasting.
So you start
We
to
get
look,
together while in the same
start to
boat
look
now.
at it like that.
What's that?
The guy that goes out to install meters, that knows that the meter is free, but wants to collect money from you, is he fasting? Is he fasting? The woman,
You are
the
breaking
woman-
tables that
the woman that you send to the market to shop on your behalf, is she fasting? Because if she was, the quantity of rice that she's buying at that period and all the other items will be more than what she was. I'm telling you, like, really and truly, is anybody fasting?
Yeah, I don't think.
Is
I
it-
don't
is
think
it really?
anybody Because like the only person that
You're
can
still
be
watching the things you were watching.
1,000% pure
Yeah.
is
I
Jesus.
don't think it's purity.
I mean, see,
I don't think for me
sometimes
it's
we
purity.
sin
Let me
without
put it-
even
yes.
thinking about
So
it.
that's a different
Because
conversation.
people think fasting
me-
is about food.
So
No,
for
it's
me,
really
let
not.
me give you my own what's it called? So the consciousness of maybe other people, I don't know. The consciousness of me fasting or the consciousness of hunger. And I don't want to just be hungry like that. The funny thing is I'm not even a foodie. I can go a whole day and not eat. So it's fine by me anyway. What I'm saying is that the consciousness of it and me going through that pain alone makes me a little bit more conscious of the things that I do around, things I do, things I say. So if you're going to go on that hunger strike and not put in the work, what's the point? That's it for me. I'm not saying that we're pure. I'm not saying that you're going to come, because there are a lot of things that you probably do you don't even realize that you're doing. But at least make an effort. That's my own. Let's not be, because again I say, I think that it is wild for fasting 29, 30 or 31 days or however, and the last day of fasting you are breaking with pain. How?
The politicians from president down, are they fasting? Are they fasting?
They'll be
the
fasting,
PR
in fact, we take for example like presidency, we see how this time
they'll be breaking
fast with Mr. President. Now that is even at the same time, some people will be breaking fast with Mr. President, some people will probably be breaking fast with Mrs. First Lady,
with his son,
do you understand?
Who is a Christian.
So everybody will be doing all that at the moment. But
what I'm just trying to ask is, beyond that president, even the ones in opposition, are they fasting? And they'll still come out to lie. No, wait. I'm saying it like, if you're really serious about it, and I have 3 people very close to me. One is my friend, is a very serious Catholic around this period, and for the 40 days of Lent, no vices, none. Like, I always respect him, like every time. And I'm like, okay, maybe the next day he will just, he doesn't, I have an Egbon who we're also very close to, go to the same church, same thing. So this period, even if there's any party between it, it's not going to, it's very strict about it. You get, that's shout out to Ladi Shole. The other person I'm not going to mention his name, now my guy, and I also have another older friend. Now, he also attends an Anglican church. So I'm looking at people from different denominations and different age ranges. And these 3 stand out for me, that whenever it's Lent period, they're gone. They're very strict about it. They're very straight up and all of that. And I respect that. So when you come across that, I see that with my Muslim friends too, that for 30 days, they're very contrite.
So my issue with all this is that why is it that we don't carry that on?
That's where it ends. It just ends after. And, like for instance,
then it becomes, whether you like it or not, the Muslim
fast is not even only Ramadan. It's actually 3 months. Abi? The Ramadan is the general one for everybody, but there are other months.
I think there's one that is 10 days after again, and all of that. But my question now is that if we do all this, and this is where I have a problem, haven't we just turned it into tradition instead of really the spirituality of it all? We have made it just into tradition.
So when I said the word passive atheist and passive Christians and Muslims, that was expanded to, I know what I'm saying in brass tacks when we break it down, because the truth hurts. It's the truth. And a lot of people are going to hate this discussion that we're having,
but it's true.
We're going to be tagged in some people, this was religious, this and that and that. But deep down inside of you, ask yourself that question. And why is it that it's only for 40 days and it's only for 30 days that you're doing it?
Exactly.
If this is an important tenet, I'm not saying that you should not eat normally after Ramadan. I'm not saying you should not eat normally after Lent.
Our behavioral patterns.
The things that you are supposed to suspend, I just suspend them forever.
Talking about fasting, somebody has started fasting in EFCC custody. He spent 2 days now after a lot of talking. And now a lot of people might be wondering who I'm talking about. Yes, I'm talking about Nasir El-Rufai, former governor of Kaduna State. And the funny thing is that I've now seen a lot of the past 24 hours. We seem to be maybe before then, a lot of people maybe were trying to shy away from it. But I've seen a lot of people, a lot of media houses have interviews with people, even people from the north, a lot of And there's one thing that a lot of people have been going on about, and I've seen a lot, and it's almost like as if everybody's saying the same thing, especially with the comments that he's made about the National Security Advisor, his issue with the NSA, his issue with the EFCC, and saying that you cannot. Again, I saw one interview. I think it was this old man that was Tinubu's former SA, when he was saying that he feels that the man is too flippant, that you cannot say some of these things and not expect that it feels that a lot of people are trying to couch it into political persecution, but you cannot, that even for the sake of security,
what people
you cannot say some things and think you would get away with it.
What people need to realize is, do you think he's a very intelligent person?
Over and over. In fact,
yes.
A lot of interviews. I've seen a lot of. At least I watched 4 different interviews with 4 different political people, and everybody has something to say. Oh, that because they feel that he's a very intelligent person, that's the more reason why people like the DSS, the EFCC need to question him. So because you shouldn't, for someone that is supposedly that intelligent, you shouldn't just say things like that out of the blue.
So I am saying that I believe that he knows what he's doing. I'm saying that, and time will tell. Time will show us. A man so sound as he is, this man is one of the smartest politicians out there. He's very intelligent. You hear it in his talk, in his walk, in the things he has written, and he's saying these things. And the ones that he knows are wrong, he's saying them and amplifying them. You think there's no game plan? That's what I'm insinuating, because there's no way someone as smart as him. Someone was a governor for 8 years. He understands governance. He understands politics.
So
he was a minister.
Yeah, we'll see this game plan.
He was in charge of the bureau of this thing one time.
Public enterprises, then minister of FCT.
It's been in government since the time of Obasanjo.
For me, I think
and
that
at that time, this president was a governor. So do you know how long El-Rufai has been in the system? Are you now saying he doesn't know what he's doing?
Yeah, but the question will be, what is the end?
No,
he's the only one that can answer.
That the thing for me is, do I agree that he had a game plan? Yes. Probably, maybe he did not think that he was going to take this turn.
You think?
But
you guys don't even understand.
But whatever his plan is, I hope it makes sense, because at this point,
I hope it doesn't. I actually hope it doesn't.
No. What I mean by that is that because at this point it's not making sense right now.
I said that the sense that it doesn't make, let it continue like that.
The conversation now is that his lawyer is looking for how to get bail. At EFCC is not releasing him yet.
What the lawyers don't understand is that the current issue is an EFCC issue. They've not even started the DSS issue. Yeah. They've not started the ICPC.
Can we talk about how
the ICPC has already booked an appointment?
Can we talk about
how it was supposed to be today?
Do we notice how the DSS takes you and they do not release you except the court sends you to jail? It's very, very difficult to you to enter DSS detention, even when you're anyway, just for people that have never been in the DSS office, not people that not be there, what's it called again, please don't look for. In fact, if you are in Lagos, you know that CMD road, their office, if it's possible to speed off, I'm just telling you from experience. Thanks very much. That's all. Anyway, still talking about Kaduna, interesting news that the president has now made this current Kaduna governor the head of the APC mobilization team and all that. But that's not even the interesting news right now. Today, it has now been announced that the Kaduna state government has now resumed Christian pilgrimage scheme after 11 years. A lot of people have now come out. Christian Association of Nigeria said that this was stopped by El-Rufai during his tenure, when that was one of the first things he stopped when he first came in as governor. And after 11 years, this governor that has now approved and I think paid for 50 intending pilgrims. And they're saying that even though it might look like it's small, this is the best they've had in 11 years. And they're talking with the government and how they're going to ramp it up.
Okay, I'm torn, and I will say why. I actually feel that governors and government, they have no business sending people on pilgrimage.
I agree.
However, that is what I feel and what I believe in and what I hope we'll get to. But the fact that it's an ongoing practice and one man,
and it's not a political tool.
One man stopped it. He just stopped it for one particular side of town.
It says a lot, yeah. It does.
Rest my non-existent case.
It actually does say a lot about him. So it's very interesting.
Yeah, when you make the calculations,
I think that
when you make the calculations, when you make the calculations, he was governor for 8 years. This one has been there for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
Had that, and you get 11 years, meaning that as he was entering state house like this,
that's what
as soon as he said, "Hey, stop those people! They are not going anywhere."
That's what Christian Association of Nigeria said that exactly happened, and I think that give it to Governor Basoni. He might have ulterior motives, but the man seems to know how to play his politics well. Whether we like it or not,
so
it's
a lot of people do not know that Basoni is before he became a politician was an activist and all of that's where his relationship with Tinubu and co come from. He's not always been a core politician, so he's always been a people person, and that's what you're seeing playing out. It's not just happenstance.
Anyway, let's move on quickly from that, and let's go on. As we know that officially yesterday the Senate has passed the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. Quickly, one of the things that I wanted to talk about was that, which was something that we had talked about, was that they had amended the notice period for 2027 polls. So looking like as if INEC might actually now rearrange that. And why is because the 2022 Electoral Act, it is that they need 360 days for announcement. Now they've reduced it to 300 days. There's still harmonization that is going to go on, and there's still also there is also still the president having to sign it as well. So for now, I can't do anything until the president's assents to this bill, but we will see what is going to come out of it. A lot of people are still talking about this bill and how
I've been trying to calculate what it comes to when they take 60 days off the 360-day window that is required. When does it fall into? It falls into maybe Christmas period,
January. So they're looking at January, because there's also a number of days that your elections have to end before the inauguration.
Exactly.
So it's a very tight window. That window now they are still eating into it because there's still harmonization before the president gets it. So
that's why I was saying December and January. I was about to add that when you said that. So I'm just saying that. Isn't that also wrong?
We'll definitely will see what
it's okay.
INEC is going to come up with. Is INEC going to change the timetable or not? That I think that will now be dependent on when the bill gets signed. Before we leave the matter of that, we know that there were a lot of protests, and we know that Nyesom Wike just has ways of, once the man has media and has microphone, the man also has ways of throwing jabs at people. The person he has thrown jabs at now is his fellow former River State governor, where I know that Rotimi Amechi, during the time of the protest to the National Assembly, had come and brought his son, who's a medical doctor, and saying that he brought his son there to treat people, and when people ask that where are your children, that was the reason why he brought his own son. Nyesom Wike now find a way to think that he was supposed to be an academic setting. He found a way to say that, some people will bring their son. For I say that he's a doctor. But where was the ambulance? Where was the equipment that if somebody had fallen, what was he going to use to treat the person? If somebody has slumped, what was the equipment that was going to, that is he just standing there? That what was the point of the drama that they came to?
Well, it's all politics still.
It's a valid
argument though. Rotimi Amechi's game is he wants to be president. He tried it, against Tinubu during the APC primaries, and he came second. You know, and he feels that he has a chance. That's why he has gone to the ADC. So whatever it takes. And the funny thing is, they have this bandwagon thing going amongst the 3 top contenders in the ADC. They have
I can't wait for their primaries. I swear, it's going to be fun.
They have Atiku, Obi, and Amechi. These are the 3 top contenders. And if one does one thing, the others have to do it. They don't want to be caught. So of course, Obi was there, and I think Amechi had to up it. That okay, so Obi came first day. Amechi went day 2 with his son to say, okay, I should be Obi to has children, you should know, but he's trying to. It's some kind of subtle rivalry amongst them.
Yeah.
Obi went to the market to buy groundnut for 7,000 naira and paid 10,000 for it. And
when are we going to move on from this nonsense?
3K extra.
Amechi went to
3,000 naira. Please, what's that?
Amechi went to market too, and he was eating corn. He was eating corn.
Okay, like is it me? But I'm not trying to look down on anybody. Do those things still work?
I think they still work. I think they still do.
Because anyway, don't let me say what happens. We're fasting period.
It
let me just say
it is what it is. It works and it doesn't work. But when it works, we'll find out. If it doesn't, also we'll find out.
We'll find out, yeah.
Anyway,
moving on from that quickly. What interesting basketballs, yes, even if we might not be able to go through everything, what interesting basketballs that I wanted to talk about was apparently there was a traditional rulers meeting that they had with the president yesterday in Abuja, and there were quite a number of people there. One of the first things is that there's an Enugu monarch who had talked. When he was talking, he was saying that apparently there's nothing like the Southern Traditional Rulers Council, and that the president should not fund anybody, and it looked like as if there was some. Then the Oni now came up and said that's a lie, that there's something like that. Yeah, that the president was there when they inaugurated it, and that if he is not part of the people that are there, which is optional, it shouldn't discredit it. Also, another king from the south also came and said, oh, he's the secretary of that council, and if you don't join, it's not your business, it's not his business, but that you cannot discredit stuff just like that.
A lot of drama. At the end of the day, I hope that the most important thing to them are the people that they are supposed to be pretending over.
Yeah.
And when you have access to the president and all of these government people, you should be looking for things that your people will benefit from. You know, and again, government should also be holding them responsible for security in their own domain.
Yeah,
that's what I think is more important than who is a member of an association.
Another very interesting thing that happened yesterday was that another Southeast monarch also now told the president that he should release Nnamdi Kanu and return him. If Nigeria doesn't need him, they should return him to Kenya or to London. That what Nnamdi Kanu is in the southeast is what Sunday Igboho is in the southwest, and we see how the Oni of Ife helped helped Sunday Igboho. And so why is the president, how come Sunday Igboho is free and Nnamdi Kanu is in prison? That they should release him. If they don't need him, they should return him to London or Kenya.
Okay.
I was only just going to say that I don't think that the atrocities that were leveled against Nnamdi Kanu. Do I think that Sunday Igboho could have done it? Yes. Was he planning to? Maybe. But when you are in the southwest, and maybe you tell Lagos Island people don't come to market on Monday, are they going to answer you? Maybe not. I think that was what a lot.
Next story.
Why?
Because we have plenty.
Oh my God. Anyway,
you have not even talked about my best friend that is on the headline.
Who's your best friend? Please tell who's your best friend.
Look at the headline now.
Who's your best friend? Talk now. Who's your best friend?
Please move on.
Anyway, okay. So Naira at the moment is now 1,337 Naira to a dollar. It's fantastic news. If you have the dollar and you are using it to hold money, you probably have lost quite a number at the moment.
And you probably haven't because you probably bought it cheaper. Who made you the financial?
No, if you that one's FJ. But if you bought it more expensive, hoping that it's going to get more than that.
Yeah, good luck
Yeah,
to you. The profit you made in the past and
Anyway, with that said, Dangote is now saying.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ali said something powerful.
Don't be say Ali. Who is Ali? Where
I'm
did
the only one.
That's this guy now.
Now my
How
guy.
is he your?
My G.
You are the one
guy.
that is feeding into this delusion.
I'm just telling him.
Now my
That's
guy. Now my
He has
G.
now said that with what is going on now and with the way the trajectory of the federal government's policies,
Trajectory.
that it's possible that the dollar or the naira could go as low as 1,000 to $1 in the next couple of months.
My guy don't talk. Make una go rest. You know understand. Nothing they happen. But on a serious note, one of the things that is happening to us is that they are easing pressure on the demand for the dollar. And Aliko Dangote's business is playing a large role in that. You know, they finally hit that 650,000 barrels per day target. It's the biggest in the world. And it's already expanding to double the capacity. You know what that means? Now, if they can quickly finish that expansion, or if they maintain this 650, it's more than what Nigeria needs. So there will be more sales. When there's more sales, they're earning dollars.
Yeah.
When they're earning dollars, there's less demand for dollar. Now, beyond the sales of the core products that we know, the byproducts of crude, which is, you know, your PMS, your petrol, your diesel, and your aviation fuel and kerosene and all of that, there are other byproducts, polypropylene and other things that are being imported. And it's going to stop that. You know, so what that means is that not just stopping it for Nigeria, but largely for the bulk, of Africa.
Yes.
So if this actually happens, the demand for the dollar drops. One of the reasons why I'm excited is that a lot of the services that we require in this industry are outside. So we pay the dollar for it. Our subscription used to be, we're paying times 3 what we used to pay. Do you understand? So those are the things that and it's down the line even for equipment, hardware, all of that. So software, hardware, you know, and that will have a ripple effect.
It definitely.
So shout out to my
would.
G Ali, man.
Anyway, quickly before we go, very interesting news coming from
Where are we
Gabon
going?
that we're leaving. That Gabon has now suspended all social media platforms until further notice. You know why this thing shocked me is that imagine if this thing happens in Nigeria. They probably will like protest and all that.
Yeah.
What they're saying is that there's so many protests and there's so many fake news going around and so many things, and there's so much dissemination of inappropriate content, so that could jeopardize national unity and cause social unrest. So they do social media in Gabon. In case you want to go to Gabon, you ain't gonna get social media.
Okay.
That's what I put the ad. What?
Why am I being real? Sad.
Anyway, on that note, that is all we have taken today at the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you so much for watching.
Say no to racism.
Oh God of mercy.
Say no to racism.
Can I finish speaking?
Turn off our microphone as usual.
You see.
Anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll be back again tomorrow at 3 p.m. West African time. Have a beautiful, beautiful day ahead.